in May. We don't have a date or anything like that yet. We just know, excuse me, it is within that month. They are going to do a mobile game reveal for Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, Warcraft. Now, this could mean this could mean several things. This could mean several things. This could be a mobile pet battler for WoW. This could be, some kind of condensed variation of what World of Warcraft is on mobile. Or this could be that the Warcraft games are getting and by those I mean the RTSs, Warcraft 1, 2, 3, Humans and Orcs, Reign of Chaos, Frozen Throne, stuff like that. It could be those games are getting ported to mobile, which, if that were the case, I will say when it comes to mobile gaming, in the past I have been very hard on mobile games. I've been very, I don't like them, And it wasn't so much that there were games on phones. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. It's not so much the fact that there's video games on phones, It's not the fact that there's video games on phones. It was the business practices behind them and them having predatory, style things with microtransactions and things like that, because that kind of behavior also bled into console gaming and PC gaming, that kind of behavior with the monetization of mobile games, that predatory microtransaction style, business dealing bled into the other markets of the video game industry. And you've seen just about every company utilize this. Square Enix has utilized it. Capcom's done it. EA is notorious about it. Ubisoft is notorious about it. I believe I said it earlier, Capcom has done it. Activision obviously has done it, and then there's the gacha games, stuff like that. But I will say this: some games that were that started as primarily mobile, and some of them have come to PC. There was a little game called Mega Man X Dive or Rockman X Dive outside of the States. It is a gacha video game that does have those gacha things in it and whatnot. But when I was playing it, I discovered the quality of fun that could be had with these games, and you could still have a very high quality of fun with these kinds of games and not spend a penny. And I can say with Mega Man X Dive that I've been able to level up my characters, level up my weapons, run challenges and bosses and stages and stuff like that, and progress in the game, and I have not spent a penny of actual real-life money. So I will say the mobile market can be very hit and miss when it comes to, the monetization of it. Now, what they could be planning with this, and I do want to stress that they did list it as Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, Warcraft. And I take that very literally, because here's listed World of Warcraft and here's just listed Warcraft on their Twitter post. I honestly think what could possibly happen is either ports of Warcraft, of the original 3 Warcraft games, which I think would be a good thing to do, or it could be that Warcraft 4 could be coming to mobile. Now, I know where people are going to immediately go with this, and it's Diablo Immortal all over again. And I would have to agree if that's what they're doing with a new Warcraft game specifically on mobile. If they do a new numerical Warcraft that is only on mobile, I think it could anger the fans. Now, what I would say, if they do decide to do this, I think, because look, at the end of the day, they're a business. They want to make money. I get it. I get it. But I think what could be a good exchange or a fair trade or whatever, release it on mobile and release it on Steam. Or maybe, or if not Steam, well, obviously not Steam, PC is what I meant. Release it on PC. Do it on both. I think people would have less of a problem if it was released on both platforms. If this is indeed a new numerical Warcraft RTS, I think people would be a little more lenient to them. They've got to have money. Of course they do. Of course they've got to have money. Because at the end of the day, they are a business. I think people, and I've said this about Diablo Immortal. I think people would have been less hard on Diablo Immortal if they said it was also coming to PC as a little something to tie people over until Diablo 4 came out, or until they re-released Diablo 2. I think people would have been a lot more open and receptive to it if they had taken that approach. And the reason why I hope they don't overly monetize this game is because, one, people are getting sick of seeing this in their Activision Blizzard games. They're getting sick of seeing it. But two, I really hope that they don't make the same mistake again and think, oh yeah, Warcraft 4 only on mobile. If they do that, then they are going to risk alienating their player base even more, because majority of the Blizzard games, when it comes to Diablo, StarCraft, obviously World of Warcraft, Overwatch, majority of these player bases, with a few exceptions here or there, majority of these player bases are on PC. Hearthstone is a good example. In fact, Hearthstone is a very good example of, you can be on mobile and PC and coexist and still work just fine. Like, I remember when Hearthstone was coming out, people didn't have a problem with the fact that it was on both, that it was on phones, that it was on tablets, and that it was on PC. People didn't seem to have a problem with this. I certainly didn't, and I know I didn't, because my first encounter with Hearthstone actually was on my Android tablet that I had at the time. I played it on my tablet, and it was a nice thing to take everywhere. Like when I was on breaks at work at GameStop, it was a nice thing to have, and I wasn't, really that upset about, Hearthstone being multi-platform between mobile and between PC. So if they are going to do this with a potential Warcraft 4, I think they should do the same thing that they did with Hearthstone. You want to put it on mobile? That's fine. Put it on the PC as well, and have it be cross-play, cross-progression, and I think people will be a lot more open and receptive to it as well.